Our religion is a kitchen religion, it's a food religion, it's a stomach religion. That's how we enter the heart. If they say that the way to your heart is to the stomach. Yeah, we strongly believe that. Okay.
So previously so cutting the vegetables, everything. All starts in the previous day night. So we can tell that the production starts in the morning around 2 to 3 a.m. And by the time 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we start dispatching the cooked meals to schools. So right now we are studying the ground floor, and this is a roti making machine. You can see 3 machines we have here. If combinedly they work together, then if simultaneously they work, then around 60,000 chapatis in an hour. That is the production capacity of these machines. And we are using piped natural gas to generate fumes to cook chapatis. And you can follow. So this kitchen is a gravity model kitchen. What is gravity model kitchen? I will be explaining. Not all the temples, not all the kitchens of Akshaya Patra is this gravity model. So currently we are at the ground floor, and outside you can see the shutters. Outside is the loading bay from where the cooked meals are loaded into the vehicles, and this we use for sterilizing the vessels. So this side, the Matajis, they clean the vessels, and after that we sterilize that, steam sterilize that, making it double sharp because to kill the germs. And
this kitchen provides for entire Ahmedabad.
Yeah, Ahmedabad and some portions of Gandhinagar and Mansa we have separate kitchen, serving in most of the premises of Gandhinagar. And Kalol also we have one subsidiary kitchen to Ahmedabad. So we can tell that in total we have 8 kitchens. If we don't count Kalol, we have 8 kitchens across Gujarat. This head office for the regional office for Gujarat is Ahmedabad. Then we have kitchens in Surat, Baroda, Bhavnagar, Jamnagar, Bhuj, and one union territory, that is Silvassa. But that also is controlled by this branch itself. We add it in our Gujarat units only.
So basically Akshaya Patra provide for all government schools, right?
All government schools means it is not that we can tell that it's a partnership with the government.
Yeah.
Wherever the government wants us to provide meal, there we provide actually.
Okay.
So it's not that Akshaya Patra goes and starts that, but if the government says, suppose in any state like in Jharkhand first, so we don't have any kitchens, so Jharkhand government will invite us that you can feed in these places. Because suppose in Ranchi, for example, so Ranchi we have to start the kitchen, so you can start serving meals to 5,000 children. So like that we start serving the meals, and from 5,000 it goes to 10,000, 15,000, like that. So from this kitchen we serve around 1.5 lakh children, and across Gujarat 4.5 lakh we are serving.
4.5.
Gujarat and Rajasthan we can tell that it makes 50% of the production for entire India. So across India we have kitchens spread over 16 states and 2 union territories. And okay, so this is the place where they wash the utensils, and these 3 machines are atta kneading machine. That in at our home, when our mom cooks chapati, she kneads the atta with her own hand, right? So here we use these machines to as these machines are the atta kneading machines, and it is mentioned over there how many 75. If it is 75 kilo wheat, then 1 kg of salt, 40 liter water, and 2.5 liter oil we are using for that. So that is the total capacity. And over there, the production person will put that up. And there is one thing that makes it round, and then with the help of the fuels, it gets cooked. And this is rice packaging area. So first floor is production area, okay, and second floor is for cutting vegetables, on the first floor, after cooking the rice, they put it in one chamber, and from there directly it falls into this area, and the vessel will be kept in which it is packed. So this is what we generally found in okay. And same with the first floor also, I will explain you how from the first floor, from the second floor, after bringing it out, we put it into the tunnel and goes through the tunnel to the cooking vessel.
लगा आपको क्या अच्छा लगा
Cleanliness, management.
आप बताइए
So whatever. Right. So whatever raw materials we procure here, we have a mandatory supplier quality assessment. Suppose if some vendor, some supplier or manufacturer wants to tie up with Akshaya Patra, so what we do is that we conduct a supplier quality assessment where a quality person who is qualified to conduct food safety audits will be visiting that place, and you will see that according to FSSAI norms, they are following it or not, all the rules and regulations. Like if it is the finished goods, then they should store it in a place like you can see these are pallets. Upon the pallets they have to store, keeping safe distance from the wall. So that is one criteria what I am saying. And the people who are working over there were directly in touch with the food. So have they taken vaccination? So their proper medical examinations are done or not, or they are maintaining the records or not. Then sometimes pests are also found inside the premises. So are they doing pest control or not? So many things are there. Based on that, they will make points, and if they score above 80%, considering all those points, what they convert, the quality person converts into percentage. Then if it is above 80, then they are eligible, or else they are rejected, and they will have to work upon what are the points they are lacking, and then after that we do the re-audit and then we onboard. So for everything we keep 100% transparency, even in our procurement also. We do e-bidding through the third-party platform called Procon, through which our vendors will put their rates. So forward auction will be conducted, and after that we will negotiate with them and place the order.
So does anything come directly from farmers?
No, right now we are in touch with Market Merchant. It's a startup of IIT, I guess. So they are actually training the farmers and FPOs. But 99.99% it will not work, because farmers need advance payment, or at least they will hold the payment for 7 to 10 days, not more than that. But we are end consumers and we are NGOs, we are not earning any profit. So our payment term is 45 to 60 days. Because in 30 days we have to submit the bill to the government, that and all we have fed the children, whatever we have procured. And government will take another 15 to 20 days to review that, and whatever share we have to get from the government, after that they will give us. So based on that we have calculated the payment term. So I don't think so that the farmers will wait for so long. For FPOs and millers, it will work. So that's why we are not directly procuring from the, that is a Rajasthani here. So actually here by the, here what we use is steam for cooking. So to generate steam we need boiler. So we have a boiler. We use indicator and fuel to generate steam. So you can see the two lines, one is water line and the other one is steam line. Okay. And it is rotatable. We have to clean it. You can clean it. You can see the drainage system is also there. And on that side and snacks making unit. We also serve snacks for students like churma or roasted chana, roasted groundnut, sukri also snacks. So this is the chamber where what I shown you, the first floor for rice. Cooked rice is put into this and straight away it will go down and
Same as ऊपर वाला जो है.
नीचे मैंने वो बताया था ना राइस का जो यस
और यहाँ पे जो सब कुछ बनता है वो कैसे जाता है?
व्हीकल्स
vehicles.
हाँ हमारा व्हीकल्स
वो ग्रेविटी के थ्रू जाता है.
नहीं लिफ्ट से लिफ्ट है ना लिफ्ट में रख के
लिफ्ट में. सो यहाँ से ही वो वेसल्स में भर देते हैं क्या?
हाँ यहीं से एयरटाइट कंटेनर्स में जाता है और बच्चों के खाने में परोसे जाने तक वो पूरा गर्म रहता है.
ओह वो
बताया ना ये किचन से 1 to 1.5 क्लोज वो थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे भी हो जाएगा.
लोग थे ना ऐसे कह रहे थे प्रभु माते वो बहुत अच्छा लगा बहुत ही
हमारे कल्चर
और वो एक ग्रेविटी वाला मॉडल किचन
ग्रेविटी वाला मॉडल. सेकंड ग्रेविटी किचन हियर. फर्स्ट वन वाज इन हुबली. नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक चैनल हेड कैडेस इंडियाज मेगा किचन.
या
वो वाला किचन दिखाया. आपको कैसा लगा? Anyone else want to share their experience?
टेक्नोलॉजी का अच्छा इस्तेमाल किया था खाना बनाने के लिए.
That's a question. There's two stories. One is from Mahabharat. One is from ISKCON Bangalore. One is from Swami Prabhupada. Three anecdotes are. I'll briefly narrate the story. We'll start with the ancient one. Pandavas were in Manvas and they was about to get over, the 12 years tenure was about to get over, and 13 years the incognito mode was supposed to start off, and they were in one place called Kamyavan in Vrindavan, and Draupadi had a special blessings, which you know that. I'll come to the later part. Durvasa Muni, how many of you heard his name? Durva, he shot up at stage. He is known for his short-tempered nature, and also is known for his blessings provided to please her. So Duryodhana got to know about his arrival and gave him a nice hospitality and received him very nicely. Because of which he was pleased and he wanted to bless Duryodhana. And Duryodhana said, "No, please don't bless me." It was almost 12:30. My cousin brothers are nearby. Please go and bless them. They require the blessings the most. So the point was, Durvasa Muni, when he travels, he doesn't travel alone. He travels with his entourage of disciples. He had close to 60,000 disciples. So when he reached Yudhishthira Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, "You freshen up, do your sandhya, and we'll give you the supper." Unfortunately, that day, Draupadi had her supper, had her lunch. So she had a special gift of Akshaya Patra. The gift was given by Suryadev because she pleased him. And the beauty of that Akshaya Patra is unlimited food can be consumed provided Draupadi herself doesn't have eaten from that. Once she eats for that particular time, no more cooking is possible. Otherwise, as long as she wants, she can keep on supplying. And when Yudhishthira and Bhiman came to meet Draupadi and said, "Okay, anyways, people have come, you have Akshaya Patra, let us feed them." She said, "I've already taken." So she's in anxiety. Already 12 years, no, Durvasa Muni, there are 60,000 disciples, and if he curses, anything can happen now. And the hospitality, Atiti Devo Bhava, and he's a king, Kshatriya, he has to receive him properly, Brahmana. They were in dilemma. So when they're in a dilemma, we generally choose someone else, they chose someone else. Whom do we generally choose? We choose Google, we choose motivational speakers, we choose our uncontrolled mind, we choose so-called friends. So, correct, no? But they choose Krishna. They remembered Krishna, prayed to Krishna, and Krishna appeared there. And Krishna said, "What's the problem? The problem is this. Okay, get that vessel." So Draupadi gave that vessel, and there was one morsel of grain left in the vessel. So Krishna took the grain and fed himself, And because he fed himself, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushte. If he is the Supreme Lord, automatically the entire world gets satisfied. So mystically, Durvasa Muni and his 60,000 disciples became full. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he approached, Maharaj, aaiye chalo. He said, I am full, I have to go. Emergency meeting, director ne bulaya. So that was Akshaya Patra in that sense. And the anecdote which I shared earlier, Swami Prabhupada felt bad that when the festival happened in the temple, kids were fighting for the morsel of grains which was thrown out. And that he called up all the temple leaders and said, wherever a temple is there, nobody should go hungry, at least in 10 miles radius. So do the needful. Food for life was started from that point of time. And we started off Akshaya Patra keeping that in mind. And in Bangalore in 1997, we had this big temple, ISKCON Bangalore. And then Infosys, then Chief Financial Officer, Mohandas Pai and Abhay Jain, a politician in Pakistan. They met our president, chairman, Madhu Pandit, and said, Swamiji, you have done a big temple, you should do something for the society also. He said, why tell me what? You can feed it to the school kids, whatever you're feeding here. He said, he gave the model of Tamil Nadu. The MGR had started this midday meal program. It was a huge success. Kids, feeding kids means it's something very always touching to the mothers especially. And he's today revered as God kind in Tamil Nadu for that reason. And so he said, why don't you do this? Okay, anyways, we are preparing Kitche everyone every day, and we feed them also whoever comes to our temple. So we'll do the needful. You just need 2-3 vehicles. So he sponsored 5 vehicles then and there, and we started off the Akshaya feeding the kids in the nearby schools. That's all. Akshaya Patra was not yet registered. It was just an initiative. School में जाके खिचड़ी खिला. But we started off like that, and slowly, headmaster and principal from few schools came and they requested you should stop this program. Why should we stop this program? What went wrong? What happened? No, you are not feeding our schools. You are feeding these schools, and our kids for lunch break they go there and they don't come back. If you have to go feed them, you should feed us also. Then we started feeding nearby only. Then meanwhile in 2001 the Supreme Court of India passed a judgment that midday meal is it's a must for the school. Then since we had already started off, the government of Karnataka took our help and we started in a big scale. And Akshaya Patra name was given by then Murli Manohar Joshi, the Minister of Human Resource Development. And then formally Abdul Kalam came and inaugurated that feeding. And since then it has been started. So this is a brief, in nutshell, the story of Akshaya Patra.
And other question is that, you give this food through this Akshaya Patra, and what do you do in order to aware that you should not waste the food actually for the students?
We run initiatives like that. That is monitored by the school authorities there. We put up posters, all those initiatives, education initiatives we do. And sometimes students also visit the school and they teach for some time and they educate them with their activities and games. This is what we generally do. But no, that wastage is a big problem. You cannot avoid. Say for example, आपके घर में एक बीमार पड़ जाता है तो इतना बच जाता है. स्कूल में बच्चे 10 बच्चे नहीं आते, 20 बच्चे नहीं आते. ऐसे 11,000 schools are there. Imagine in one school, on an average during rainy season, 10-15 will be bunk around se, है ना? For whatever reasons. But quantum is there anyways. The wastage we cannot avoid. Anyways, that wastage is bought back and we use it for bio, or we use it for pig feed. So it's utilized like that. So biogas is then the slurry is used for manure. So almost zero wastage in that sense. You have a bio plant behind this. Anything else? So I'll take another few minutes to tell you about Janmashtami. Most of you born in India, born in Hindu families, you all know about Krishna and Janmashtami. But nevertheless, because you had a scientific temper and science background, generally we don't absolutely believe in the existence of God. Of course, I'll not go to that whether God exists or not. But nevertheless, God exists. Hopefully, all on the same page. And probably we'll discuss sometime later about the existence and scientifically how we can prove that. That's a different thing altogether. But assuming, considering that you're all God-fearing people and you come to temple, that itself shows that you are having faith in the Almighty. So 5,000 years ago, when the whole world was burdened by the demonic kings, Mother Earth in the form of a calf. She approached Brahma and said, see, my sons, they're all mischievous and they're doing a lot of unwanted activities. Please help me. I'm overburdened by such rascals. So he said, okay, let us go to Vishnu. So he took her also to Vishnu. They went to Akshaya Vishnu. And they cannot meet Vishnu directly like that. They had to offer special prayers called Purusha Sukta. I'm going into little detail. So they offered this wonderful prayers along with Devatas. Then nothing happened. But the encoded message was received by Brahma. Only Brahma could understand that. And Brahma further gave this message to the Devatas saying that Lord Krishna is going to appear in Yaduvamsha. All you associates, Devatas take birth in different families in Rishni, Bhoja and Andhaka dynasties. When time is appropriate, Rohini Nakshatra is prominent in Krishna Paksha, Lord will appear. So this was the, meanwhile Devaki got married to Vasudev and Kamsa was riding the chariot, because generally when the woman daughter goes away, somebody has to be there. That's a culture even today. The brother goes till the in-laws house and he comes back. So meanwhile he is about to reach there. The prophecy was there that Kamsa, you fool, the one who is going to kill you, the 8th son of Devaki, is going to finish you. This was the prophecy. So immediately he was a demonic person. He didn't see the reason. Sister should be treated as daughter, and that was auspicious time of her marriage. He shamelessly took the sword, caught hold of her hair, and I was about to kill her then and there. That is demonic people. Anything against him, they'll not care about their relationship. That's what happening today in the world. If you read the news, what's happening? Anyways, we'll not discuss that. Kamsa was furious, and Vasudeva was in a very difficult condition. So Vasudeva started approaching Kamsa with reason and logic. See, you are a king and she is your sister, and this is auspicious time of her marriage. You should not kill her. Anyways, 8th son of your sister is going to, that's a prophecy. Who knows whether son will be born or not. Let us, for the time being, there's no threat or danger from her right now. So why you want to become inglorious person as a killer of a woman? So like that, by reason and logic is to. And he said, even if I have a son, even if I can have children, I promise that I'll hand it over to you and you can do whatever you want with me. So because Vasudeva was truthful and vouchful, so Kamsa believed his words and agreed, because it's a Kshatriya again. And for the time being, he left them as it is. So things went on, and eventually the first baby was born. And as usual, he kept the promise, and he offered first son to Kamsa. Kamsa said, hey, I didn't expect you to do this. He felt this. Good about the words he kept, and he started preaching philosophy to me. We are not the body, we are spirit, soul. Anyone who takes birth has to die. Anyone who dies has to take birth again. In due course of time, what else is required? Death has to happen. Let it happen. But anyways, 8th son of you. It is first son. You keep with you. Not an issue. Not a problem. He was melted by the reciprocation of the Vasudeva. But nevertheless, Vasudeva was not having any faith in the words of Kamsa. There's a nature. They can change their tone, their mentality, their perception instantly. Meanwhile, Narada Muni came to us, and this is really surprising. Narada, being a great devotee of the Lord, he did this. He said to Kamsa, already Devatas have taken birth in different families nearby. Very soon Vishnu can appear. First can also be Vishnu, the 8th can also be Vishnu. There's no guarantee anything can happen. It's really surprising if a devotee can do like that. And because of him, 6 children of Vasudeva was mercilessly slaughtered, killed, massacred. Krishna's activity is even difficult to understand. Even more difficult is to understand Krishna's pure devotee's actions. Of course, Acharya say that there are 6 were the Vasus, those who have been cursed by Kalaneni was the previous life of Kamsa. Kamsa will himself kill their souls and then they get liberated. And that's another story altogether. And when the 7th son was carrying, that 7th son happened to be Balaram. So whenever Lord appears, before the appearance of the Lord, Balaram appears. And he sanctified the womb of Devaki. And then 8th, and he was also called as Sankarshna or Baldev or Tauji. Sankarshna means who got attracted to the Rohini's home. Rohini was under the shelter of Nanda Maharaj. Hopefully you all know the characters, I presume. Rohini is also a wife of Vasudev, and because of fear of Kamsa, all the relatives of Vasudev were scattered here and there. And Rohini was under the shelter of Nanda Maharaj. And the first womb transplant happened here, from womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So they thought that the seventh child was a miscarriage, and the eighth ready to appear now. And Acharya is right, insider information. When Krishna appeared, Krishna didn't appear from the womb of Devaki's. He appeared first in the heart of Vasudev, and so Vasudev was glowing. He was ecstatic, and from the heart of Vasudeva he was transferred to the heart of Devaki, then to the womb. When Devaki was carrying Krishna, she was glowing, she was effulgent, and even Devatas incognito, they appeared in the jail of Kamsa, and they were offering beautiful prayers to Devaki and Vasudeva, because they were such an exalted devotees that Krishna chose them as their parents. Certain things in life we choose our parents, we choose our, not necessarily always, you choose your partner, that also, again, there are certain things we can choose in life, correct? You choose to come here, you could have been there and comfortable, you would have watched Jawan, but still you came here. I am grateful to all of you. Krishna appeared outside the womb of Devaki. He appeared in the four-handed form, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Vaijanti, Mala and Kaustubha with shark earrings and lotus eyes and lotus face, enchanting beauty, flabbergasted looking at the beauty of the Lord. And they were all wonderstruck having the darshan of the Lord. And Devaki and Vasudeva, they offered beautiful prayers, and Krishna assured them, this is going to be your last life. 3 lives you have taken birth, I have taken birth as your son. In the previous life he was Vamana, otherwise he was Krishnigarba. So in 3 lives you have given me birth, you have taken care of me. This would be your last life. You will come along with me to Goloka. And they were very happy and pleased. But still, that mood of Vatsalya, that parental affection was overpowering them, and still they couldn't hold their emotion, and they were, no, Kamsa will come, no, you became a small child, we'll do something, we'll take you to my cousin brother, Nanda Maharaj, you can be there. So that's what, same thing was instructed by Krishna, you do these things. So then mystically the entire prison house was engulfed by the Yoga Maya of the Lord. They all fell asleep, and Vasudeva took Krishna in the tokri, and he passed the Yamuna. While passing Yamuna, this is one instance which Acharya has mentioned. There was a donkey on the way praying on top of its voice. And that praying would have woken up all the soldiers, and his seva to the Lord would have been disturbed. So Vasudeva is so exalted devotee that he kept Krishna aside and fell at the feet of donkey that please don't pray, please don't do this, this will affect my service. So devotees, for the sake of Lord's service, they can go to any other thing. He's an emperor, he's a Kshatriya, he's a prince, but he's doing that for the devotees. Similarly, Swami Prabhupada at the age of 70 travelled all across the world 14 times, went to US, opened 108 temples, 10,000 disciples, 6,000 letters, painstakingly taught all these Westerners and Yavanas and Milachas the art of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and he made him devotees from hippies to happies. And then the counterculture in the 60s and 70s, so they were hippie, long hairs, and LSD was just accidentally discovered. They were into rock and roll and music and nudity, drugs was very common, and that place Prabhupada entered. And there was Vietnam War happening. The whole American youth was completely against the established norms of the society. They were lining the streets, food, and doing everything and anything from the respectable families. Prabhupada entered the scene there, and he, with his pair of cymbals of Kartal, started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He attracted a lot of people there. They were liking the music and the kirtan. They were high. And after that, they used to wait. Just like all of you are waiting for the prasadam now. They all used to wait for Swamiji to give them prasadam. And Prabhupada used to carry a lot of rasgullas and gulab jamuns. And they used to wait for that. And after that, he would give the gulab jamuns, and they would help at least 5-10 each, because they are well built and they used to have. And because of that, they used to come regularly. So